Hey guys, Matthew here. Today I want to talk about just some of the results that we've been able to achieve, not just for ourselves, but for our clients as well. So in the past few months, I've been able to generate over 50 new clients from scratch just using cold strategies. And what I mean by that is LinkedIn or email, those types of things. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out there who have tried similar strategies, but just aren't having the same success. So we must be doing different things. Now, you'll probably know that I'm a huge advocate of, going niche specific because it allows me to stand out. It's going to allow you to stand out as well. But that alone isn't enough. I know I've got to do more. So a big part of how we do this is how we approach the sales call. Now, we can't just jump on the phone and just expect our clients to buy straight away. It really just doesn't work like that. So you've got to remember that these aren't referral clients, and therefore we really can't treat them that way. And a big part of closing new clients is structuring the call in the right way. So really our client has to know and understand that we have a solution to their problem before they're going to purchase, right? It's got to become permission-based sales at that point. So if you think about it like this, would you buy straight away without understanding the true value of a service? The answer to that is absolutely no. Or would you buy something from, maybe a marketing expert that doesn't have proven results in your industry? Probably not. If you're pitching a client, but they're also speaking to another agency, and that agency has got proven results, proven system to generate leads or whatever your service is, then the chances of that client going with the other agency is extremely high. It's just a safer bet. It's a safer investment for the client. Now, although we've already pre-framed this consultation call for you, what that really means is, we're kind of 70% of the way there, but there's still work for you guys to be done, right? There's still some work that has to happen on your end in terms of how we structure the call and how that call is going to go. So what I like to do, and what I suggest you do, especially if you're new to sales. So if you're not new to sales and you've got a process that works, then by all means, absolutely stick to that, because if it's proven, if it's tried and tested, then absolutely stick to it. Don't let me put you off that, if that makes sense. Stick to it 100%. But if you are new to sales, and this is what happens a lot with some of my clients, they're new to sales. What I've noticed over the years is that they'll just get on the phone and they'll try and pitch it to a potential client, and they'll try and pitch it like it's a referral client. And it just doesn't work like that. There's the different relationship at this point between a new prospect and a referral type client. So the way that I do it, and the way that I suggest, if you're just starting out doing this as well, is I like to set a structure for the call. So what I don't want to happen is I don't want the call just spiraling out of control, going off into Pluto or anything like that. I want a set structure to the call where I can follow, a set agenda, if you like, and really get down to the bottom of things, really be able to explain my value and all of those types of things. So step one for me is setting the agenda for the call. So what I want to happen is I just want to say to my prospect, if it sounds good, I'd like to set an agenda. That way we'll both get the most value out of the call, and that way we'll both be able to stay on track. And if it sounds good at the end, then obviously I'm happy to explain exactly what we have to offer and exactly how we can help if it's a good fit. So what that really allows me to do is set the call up where I can start asking questions. I can dive into their business a little bit. I can start asking some relevant things, which then also transitions into asking slightly more pointed questions. So, what we really want to do is, start it soft and then gradually, ask slightly more pointed questions, and then offer, a solution really to the problem that we've kind of uncovered. So what we want to do at the same time is summarize to them that we understand their pain points, that we understand what they're going through, we understand the situation that they're in, and really that we've got a solution to that problem. Because if we don't position it in that way, the chances of the client not buying are extremely high. If we do position it in that way, the chances of the client buying are quite high as well. So at that point, we can offer obviously a solution to their problem. Once we've dived into their business, we can ask slightly more pointed questions. They've revealed to us where they're struggling, what's not working. And at that point, we can offer a solution to that problem, right? So that, again, it wants to be a high level. What we wouldn't want to do is start talking about the back end of a PPC campaign and, the Facebook algorithm and the Facebook pixel, those types of things, it's not really going to work like that. So I would avoid that. I wouldn't talk about the features. I'd really talk about the benefits, and you're going to have a lot more joy doing that. And then obviously, they're going to have questions as well. So at this point, we're going to answer all of their questions around the service, those types of things. They'll typically ask, a price question as well. And then we can set the call up depending on how we want to close it. So, really depending on what you're selling, what the price of that is, those types of things. If it's, a couple of £100 per month, then really you can probably close that on that call. If it's 10 grand a month, then you might want to go see the client, or the client might want to see some additional information, those types of things. But we've set the call up in the right way, and you're going to get maximum conversions out of it. You've got to remember that what the client really cares about is obviously solving their problem, and that's really it. You're not going to do that by being a certified PPC consultant and talking about your certifications and your process and the back end of the Google Display Network and those types of things. That's not going to drive the sale. You can't really go down that road. What we've got to do is present the value. And as I said, a lot of my clients are awesome at doing that. This is really for some people that are new to sales, that have only worked from their referral network. And, I see them struggling when it comes to this sales call, that sales consultation. So, if that's you, then this is the structure that I definitely suggest you follow. If you're new to it, we can set these systems in place for you. We can actually help you out in terms of structuring the call, all of those types of things. And that's really what we do. So, obviously on our end, we're going to be generating those sales consultations. We're going to be booking calls directly into your calendar. But, if you're struggling to conduct them, then there's always a discussion that we can have in terms of the best practices and how we can go about doing that. So I just wanted to make that video for that reason. If this is something that's quite new to you, just know that there is a structure or a system to follow in order to get conversions. And if you're not getting conversions from your current sales consultations, then maybe it's because you're not structuring it in the right way. Maybe some of the questions that you're asking are, maybe they're not relevant, or maybe you're not really relating to that client as well. So I just wanted to make a video for that reason. As I said, if you've got a sales process that works, absolutely stick to it, especially if it's tried and tested. But if you're looking for something, if this is what maybe your first time of expanding outside referrals, then this is what's going to work for you for sure. So I hope that helps. I hope there's some value here, and I'll catch up with you shortly.